Greetings and salutations, YouTube. Friar Chuck here, and we are back for another episode of West Virginia Mountaineers Dynasty here in NCAA 25. We've got Cincinnati in this episode. They've been pretty good this season. They have the same record, same overall record as us. They are 3-2 in the Big 12 as opposed to our 4-1. Um, being week 11, I think we've got 3 games left. This being one of them. Uh, let's look. I believe so. I think it's just, yeah. No, we've got this game and then 3 more. So, Cincy, Baylor, UCF, and Texas Tech, all on the schedule. All teams with winning records. 2 of them are ranked. Tech has been ranked. Um, so we've got a tough end of the season here. We are second in the Big 12, just behind Utah. Baylor in third, Texas Tech and UCF right behind them. Cincinnati's 7th. The only reason they're not tied with us is just because they're not tied with the rest of them. It's just because they've played fewer games. So, this is a big game for them too. If they manage to beat us, then they would move up higher in the ranking, would move ahead of us for placement in the Big 12 overall standings, which could earn them a chance at the Big 12 title game. So, let's look at the bowl projections right now since we have them. Los Angeles Bowl, Maryland and Boise State, Frisco Bowl between Louisiana and Temple. Both of those teams are doing really good. 6-2 for both of those teams is surprising. Fenway Bowl, Boston College, and South Florida. Boston College having a good year too. Myrtle Beach Bowl, App State, and Kent State. Kent State at 5-3 is very surprising. The Bahamas Bowl, 5-4 Georgia Southern, and 4-5 Sam Houston. Don't like seeing losing teams with losing records in bowl games, but it is what it is. First round of the college football playoff, Liberty and Michigan. The Cure Bowl, Ohio University, and Troy. Another first round college football playoff game, South Carolina and Ole Miss. In the New Mexico Bowl, Louisiana Tech and Nevada. The Las Vegas Bowls between Nebraska and Texas Tech. Miami and USC in the playoff. The 68 Ventures Bowl between Miami of Ohio and Arkansas State. Another team with a losing record in a bowl game. Really hate that, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. Oregon versus Ohio State in the playoff. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl between Coastal Carolina and Colorado State. I don't know what the parameters are for these losing teams to get in there. Boca Raton Bowl between Louisville and Memphis. Quick Lane Bowl between Purdue and Akron. The New Orleans Bowl between Marshall and Middle Tennessee. Hawaii Bowl between Utah State and Southern Miss. And they have us projected to go to the Gasparilla Bowl to face Florida State. The Independence Bowl, Minnesota, Kansas State. Orange Forces Bowl between Texas State, who's having a really good season, and Fresno State. The Texas Bowl between UCF and Kentucky. Military Bowl between Charlotte and NC State. First Responder Bowl, South Alabama and Navy. UAB and BYU in the Liberty Bowl. Louisiana Monroe and Clemson in the Birmingham Bowl. That is a major mismatch. Stanford and Iowa in the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. Cincy and San Diego State in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Oh my God, San Diego State has 2 wins. Please, game. Old Dominion is 2-7. Why are they going to a bowl? SMU and Arizona in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. That's the bowl I want. I want the Pop-Tarts Bowl. What is the... I just want to get into the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Obviously, a Big 12 team can get in because Pop-Tarts. Okay, so it is the bowl seeks to match the top non-college football playoff selection from the ACC, which evidently is SMU, and yes, because Syracuse is in the ACC, so that would make sense. And the second non-college football playoff selection from the Big 12. I don't know how that's Arizona. Doesn't make any sense. Put me in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, damn it. Rutgers and Baylor. Virginia, Colorado, the Duke's Mayo Bowl. The Sun Bowl is Kansas and Toledo. The Music City Bowl is between Arkansas and Indiana. Northern Illinois and Wyoming in the Arizona Bowl. LSU and UCLA in the Reliant West Bowl. Illinois and Florida in the Citrus Bowl. Fun fact, the Citrus Bowl and the Pop-Tarts Bowl are actually organized by the same group. And the Gator Bowl between Missouri and North Carolina. So that is our future as it sits right now. We are in the Gasparilla Bowl. What is the Gasparilla? What are the requirements for it? Because most of them have a, like... Okay. I don't think it has a... Let's go play a game. Really hoping that this week we get, or after this week, a win gets us some highly ranked recruits. Cincinnati is not a bad team, so this could be a tough one for us. To be completely honest, I don't really want us to get into the playoff our first year. We'd have to play one of those really good teams probably, and we'd get killed. Either, I don't know. Depending on how the end of the season goes, we may be upping the difficulty to Heisman. Keep in mind, we'll have a new quarterback next year, whether it's Ryan Bolt or Hansen or Markiel, the current backup, who has appeared in some games. And Jaden Bray, give him another way to score. He is going to take the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Jaden Bray, our big-time receiver, is going to get into the end zone. And with that, West Virginia is out to an early 7-0 lead over the Bearcats. Okay, so going into something here, and I need y'all to be very open-minded and hear me out when I discuss this. So, as a child, okay, they have a 91 overall defensive tackle and a 91 right guard. This should be interesting. Back to what I was saying. Oh, he's playing left guard. For the longest time as a child, I really thought that Cincinnati's logo looked very similar to the Chick-fil-A logo. I want y'all to be open-minded. Now, obviously, it's not, but the C with the claws up at top to make the punch. Trey Lathan gets another sack, his 7th of the season. That says 6, but we know it's his 7th because he already had 6. It's a 3rd and 24 now. Going for the running back screen, they're not going to get past Carrico. And we are off to an absolutely dominant start. But yeah, you got the C is like the C for Chick-fil-A, and then the claws up at the top look like the parts like the chicken waddles, not the waddle, the thing on the top of the rooster's head. You know what I mean? But the part that they have on the C, over the top of the C, in the Chick-fil-A logo. You gotta work with me. Be open-minded. And I know that I've spent this much time. Now that I've spent this much time talking about it, y'all probably all think that, oh, okay, he definitely thinks that now, and not just while he was a child. And Donaldson fails to pick up a block. Bailey does not want our boy Jaden Bray to succeed. And we've got a 3rd and 4 here. Offensive lineman can't get out of there. We only pick up 4 yards there. Jaden Bray gets it on a drive, and he's going to be fast enough to get around the edge, not to get all the way in for the score. Green 3 for 3 for 35 yards on the day. Touchdown. Preston Fox. I think his first name is Preston. I'm probably about to be proven wrong. That guy has been in the game, or has been in for so little this season. I really thought he was a white guy. Again, hear me out on this. Do we miss the kick? Oh my goodness. Again, hear me out on this. He's a wide receiver wearing a number in the 20s. Does that not just scream white guy to you? Maybe it's just me. Like, I feel like Julian Edelman would have definitely worn a number in the 20s if he could have when he played. Like, the number 29 reeks of like white slot receiver. The Julian Edelmans, the Danny Amendolas, Cole Beasleys of the world. Of course, now that I'm thinking about that, Julian Edelman and Cole Beasley definitely wore the same number, and it was 11, and I kind of think Danny Amendola wore number 10 a bunch. So maybe that's the designated white slot receiver number. Incomplete pass. Our defense has shown up in a big way today. 3 and out here for Cincinnati. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So, as a general rule, we're talking about a bunch of stuff today, but as a general rule, I think black jerseys go pretty hard. Now, in the NFL, if you are a team who does not use black in your primary set of colors, usually having a black alternate jersey is a bad idea because it just looks stupid. The prime example I have of this is the 49ers black jerseys. They look dumb. don't use them. I do like the Cardinals black jerseys. Oh, Fox. Pretty nice pass there by Garrett Green, but it is going to fall incomplete.
And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Good job by the coverage unit to put us.
We punt it away here. Give it back to their offense.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field.
And I think the corner is leading the nation in interceptions. Whose name I literally just forgot. And I feel bad. It's the foreign guy that doesn't. Oh, that direct snap to the running back. What is going on? Anyway, what I was getting at was having black as your primary color for your team is a very bold move, but for some reason it is working very well for the Bearcats right now. Because they just, I don't even think, like, they have red as their secondary color, but I don't think they use it. I don't know that they have a red jersey. If they do, they shouldn't. Oh, and that is nearly picked off. I also kind of dig their stadium, too. It's got a very, like, it's got a vibe of, like, when it gets noisy in there, it's oppressive. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking myself into doing a Cincinnati rebuild. Not on the channel. Do it on my own. I do have a plan for another rebuild we'll start up. I just have to start working on it because Team Builder went live. I guess it came out. I guess it went live the day that the game released worldwide, so Thursday. Team Builder does have some issues. Tarnu, that's his name. Tarnu. But they're going to not get the fourth down there, so we get the ball back. I should have done it. I should have gone for a spin instead of trying to cut. Oh, well. But I do have an idea for a creative team. I thought about doing the Tarleton State, which most of you watching probably either attended for a certain amount of time or grew up in Stephenville, the town that Tarleton's in. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. But doing a college, trying to do a team builder of an FCS school is a little weird because they have actually prevented you from using the logos and stuff. When I say they, I mean the college football dev team. So a lot of the FCS logos and stuff are like you just can't use them. If you try and upload them to Team Builder, they'll say no. And I think from what I've heard is because they plan on there's a possibility that they may use them in the future. Probably should have kept it, but we managed to pick up 4 yards on that. I'm a little surprised. Actually, I'm more than a little surprised. I'm very surprised. First down there for Robinson is crazy.
They pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Mountaineers are marching down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the catch.
Great catch by Jaden Bray.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal.
And we are down inside the 10. First and goal here. Goal line offense has been a little suspect this year. You pick up 4 there, though. Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. The Wildcat jet sweep. Johnson not in the game, so the third string running back who will most likely transfer at the end of the season, Anderson, he is going to score. I believe that's Jalen Anderson's second touchdown this year on like the exact same play. We are up 20-0 now in Cincinnati. Our defense came to play, and the offense is pretty much following suit. Our running game we still have going, which is good because it's going at the right time. Anyway, yeah, so for the team builder that I want to create, it is I'm basing it off of a real fictional university, one that was used in a different game that we have seen on the channel. Well, not that game specifically, but a game universe. And no, it's not the College of Winterhold, although that would be pretty funny. College of Winterhold Atronachs. Dog, what a team name. I don't know what you'd use for like the logo though, because like an Atronach would just be weird, but I also don't know what the colors would be. But if somebody, decided to make the College of Winterhold Atronachs and were to build it on the team builder, as technically speaking, you do not have to have College Football 25 to use the team builder. You do have to have an EA account, but that's free. So you just have to sign up for EA. You can use your Xbox or your PlayStation tag. Okay. Okay. Both of y'all had a chance to intercept that. And both of y'all decided to tip it. First guy should have given up or gone up with 2 hands. First and 10 now for us. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there. Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space. The other thing with the team builder right now is there's really not an easy way to like alter your players on your like the auto-generated players. There's not an easy way to alter their overall, so they'll just end up coming into the game and you'll have like an 86 overall team, which is not what you want. Robinson with another catch. Justin Robinson getting it going a little bit here. But since with the team builder you have to replace a roster anyway, that's the only way it'll work. You can't just add a new team. Oh, I see. Hawaii's back to their old ways. They have the leading passer in the country, along with Old Dominion, TCU, App State, and Fresno State. What a time to be alive. Little schools making an impact. TCU's not a little school. Fresno State's not really either, but I mean, you get the point. It's not a powerhouse. No, the fumble. It's too good to be true. We rushed off 2 guys, fumbled, and Cincinnati has picked it up here.
On first down, it's 2nd and 9.
But as far as the team building franchise goes, by the time this video goes up, y'all, that may already be on there, so you'll know what I'm talking about.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. That throw and catch.
This may be the stadium that I use for them, because you have to just pick a. You don't get to build a stadium from scratch, which is a little unfortunate, but it makes it a lot easier. And that's a touchdown for Cincinnati, so they take advantage of our turnover, and they've got the lead here.
And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Mont Hemingway. They're up by 4 over Georgia.
To the air on first down.
We'll circle back if anything changes.
Tough. Bad decision there. Kristen Fox has been in the game a lot. Not necessarily saying it's a bad thing, it's just odd. You'll see him. Third and 3 now. Donaldson is going to be able to scamper up a few yards, get us closer on for the first. And that is the 2-minute warning in the first half. So it's a 2-minute warning. We are up 20-7. Get that out, and we are going to be forced to put it away.
On third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's
team builder getting added. I feel terrible for Kennesaw State, because I really feel like this team probably everyone is going to replace with their team builder teams. Just at the very least, because they actually don't have the worst roster in the game. That honor belongs to Ball State, which is unfortunate because they've been a D1 Division I FBS team for a while. Kennesaw State just got there, like this year. Everyone that I've seen using the team builder, it's Kennesaw State that they replace. Second and 5 now from the 48. Clock is ticking. One of these days, teams are going to realize that the way to kill us is by running comebacks and curls. And that's a sack. We team up on it.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Dialing up a second down pass play. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass
off.
picked off.
Barnes with the interception, and I believe that's his second of the season. We are going to get the ball back and prevent the scoring drive. Got the turnover hat on.
Seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
Aiden Bray beats his man, beats the guy over the top, beats the tackle, and that is a touchdown. Bray, 4 catches, 149 yards, and a touchdown today. And he's also returned a kickoff for a touchdown, so he is doing it all. Took 10 seconds off the clock, so that was effective. They've got plenty of time to go down and score again, but you got to take the points where the points is presented. Ole Miss is at 14 to 10, maybe, on Georgia. 14 to 10 on Georgia. It's the second half, or the first half is about to end.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making.
Fires into
Again,
traffic.
and that is
Didn't get a chance
Tarnu
to show off those returns.
with the
Gives the
interception.
offense the ball at the 29.
And that's just
Kicker
excellent
Tarnu.
cover one, nowhere to throw the football.
He is a senior this year. That is unfortunate. I didn't realize that. So he will be leaving us behind for bigger and better things.
I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Open. Green got absolutely leveled. Yeah, the guy right bumper, I think Preston Fox, was wide open on there, and we just didn't see him. And Clement is wide open on that, and it's picked off in the end zone. I thought we had it. The safety came over the top. Honestly, I probably should have led him to the corner. Like the corner of the end zone, not to the cornerback. I don't really know who that interception's on. I don't really think it's on anybody. I think it just the safety came over and made the play. Green threw it exactly where I told him to, so I'm not upset about that. I'm really not that upset about the interception. I mean, getting the score would have been nice. So that would have given us a 34-7 lead, theoretically. That touchdown was wild. They seriously just abandoned that dude. Maybe they thought he stepped out of the end zone. Also, as a side note, Penn State is number 1 in the country now, and that is disgusting because they shouldn't even be there. A missed field goal by us is the only thing that's got them undefeated. But they're going to have to play Ohio State and or Michigan still, so. They'll definitely have to play one of them in the Big Ten championship game. Defense still operating on high gear.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his tight end. He steps out.
So at the end of the season, which is a ways away, still got 4 games plus possibly the conference championship game. We'll see.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback.
Oh, I thought that was picked up by Garnes. False incomplete though.
Got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive, almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Grabbed in the middle, it's Turner.
4th and 4 now. They are going to go ahead and punt it to us.
The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back, it's Farmer. Everybody stays in their lanes.
I think the reason I like this stadium so much is because it really feels like a Division I FBS college stadium. It's not massive like Michigan is.
He'll start this drive firing. He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete.
And that is another touchdown as we outrun a canteen.
Virginia. And the beatdown has ensued.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half.
But it's decent sized.
It doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score.
It doesn't look like an NFL stadium. It's got that like classic football feel to it, you know. You can see what I'm guessing is the rest of the campus in the background, and they are going to break that kick back. There's a lot of people that complain about the kick returning, and it's probably different on Heisman. I don't know. I'm not playing on Heisman, obviously. I don't want them to nerf the way it is because I think on All-American it is perfectly fine. I think that's what, 2 or 3 we've had run back on us. I think we've run back 3. So I think Farmer's got 2, and now Bray has 1. So, it's not crazy. It's just, guys be returning stuff. It happens a lot more in college than it does in the NFL.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any...
Oh, no. Garrett Green hit as he throws the screen. They get through the line fast enough that Dante Corleone, the defensive lineman, is there to snag it out of the air and run it in for a touchdown. He's wearing number 2 for a reason. He's physically a defensive tackle, but in spirit, he's a wide receiver. He's a wide receiver of the soul. Second interception of the game for Cincinnati. That one is a lot more impactful than the other one. Well, I don't know. I guess that's between those two. That's like a 14-point swing. The first one, honestly, I think the first one kept points off the board because I think Clement would have caught it had it not been intercepted. And that one obviously was returned for a touchdown. Not really anything I can do about that one. Another interception for Garrett Green. And in these corners, they came out of the half ready to play. Pryor with an amazing run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
You know what this game needs? This game needs like all-time teams, especially from the decades, or the almost full decade in there that we didn't get college. Actually, it was a decade in there that we didn't get college football games as Pryor gets into the end zone for a touchdown. It is now a one-score game. Turnovers are throwing this game away for us. 34-28 Cincinnati. That is 21 unanswered for the Bearcats. I think. No, we did score this half. That's right. Well, 14 unanswered at least.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to get behind the
Oh no.
Another interception.
The safety coming over the top. Oh no, it's fumbled. Cincinnati manages to knock it out of bounds. Deep passes have dried up here. Sorsby gets absolutely leveled. Garrett Green is third in the country in interceptions thrown. That's crazy. I had a guy from Illinois and a guy from Northern Illinois. People in Illinois don't like keeping the ball, I guess. Arnie with 7 tackles and an interception today. All right, 3rd and 4. Trey Lathan This is your time to shine, my boy.
Gun and looking to throw on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's fired. And his motors
Nothing.
are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the
Aubrey Parks comes up and makes this tackle.
Will snap it on 1st and 10.
Jericho, I think, was the one diving for that. So shout out to him putting his body on the line.
Gets it out quickly. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, there is not a
Man coverage and the
play ball option on the coach adjustments.
quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy.
'Cause I would tell them to 100% of the time because it should make them come up on the receivers, which they don't do.
And short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Scanning the field, it's Sorsby. Quickly complete. And they make
And that is a first down. Cincinnati is on the verge of taking the lead.
He might have expected to see
Touchdown ties it. Extra point takes the lead.
instead. Nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese.
And as we said before, oh my gosh, another bad tackle by West Virginia, and Evan Pryor is in for another touchdown. And
This defense is going to have to do a better
Cincinnati
job physical
takes the lead,
touchdowns.
35-34.
Better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Absolute chaos. 2:04 left in the third. Gotta have points to this drive.
Through the end zone, they'll bring it out to the
Our defense has got to step it up. Something's got to happen.
West Virginia has it in the offense.
Just
ready
go to
to
a
work. This thing is sort of
old reliable here.
the last couple of possessions, they've been a little too generous.
Maryland is leading Oregon right now.
Profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise,
285, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Garrett Green. Over the last few weeks, he's collectively had his worst games of the season. He was bad against Kansas State. He was not great against Arizona. And here today, the interceptions killing us. 2nd and inches now. I don't really know how that wasn't a first down.
They can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
it's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again, who has this ability to make people miss. And make
Have to throw that pass.
And they'll finally catch
Big
up
hit there to
him
Jaden Bray.
for a big
He gets up and walks it off because he is an absolute trooper.
Setting that play up. We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
Not sure how I feel about this play, but
Opportunity to take a shot. They called the
we'll
first
see.
play at the perfect time right there.
Yep, don't really care for it.
Gets rid of it. Working that left side.
You pick up 4 yards there. Solid running back.
Execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all
Okay.
game long.
There's like 5 teams. I think 20 through 25. All of them 500. We're 5-3. We have 3 wins against ranked teams. Where is the love for us? And Shane White is going to get in on the Wildcat jet sweep. And they are telling us to go for 2 now. I would tend to agree. And honestly, I think I'm going to call the same play, but to the other side. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They get just enough of a block on that guy. And we have a 7-point lead here with 9:57 remaining in the 4th quarter. Basically a whole quarter to play. It really is a whole quarter to play. 3 seconds is not anything. I mean, it's enough time to score. 1 second is enough time to score if you get a guy open enough.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
to throw. It's Sorsby. Going to throw it over the top of...
It's picked off.
For the third time today. And they'll drag it
Kirko.
after a good return on the interception.
Turnover margin always
Our
goes
defense
down
has
the
3
ball.
MVPs this season.
Game.
Carrico,
Interception
Lathan,
number 3,
and
that's
Tarnu.
no bueno. Gotta take care
All
this
of them
ball.
have just been
Keep
excellent.
your defense in a bad position.
Reed Carrico with the interception.
Here comes the
He's third on our team in
offense.
tackles, I believe. First in tackles for loss.
Goes motion. Quarterback
He
touchdown
is
for
a monster. 3 yards on that. Jaden Bray's at 271 on the game. Didn't realize he was eating so much today.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 35.
Big gain for Donaldson. Would love to see that.
Brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15
Running
yards
lanes
on the
are
play, and they've got a first
beautiful.
down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He can throw interceptions a few.
Like this offense is built around him for a reason.
I just realized Garrett Green has 5 turnovers today. 4 interceptions and the fumble. It's another first down.
And that's why this offense runs through.
Ugh, we're in recent.
Really has been a
I don't
power
care.
today. He's made plays
We're
where
running the
he's
ball
played
successfully.
most.
Make them stop it.
He's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out.
We switch running backs, and we're a lot less successful.
After that big run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw.
The ideal place for that, but it doesn't matter.
Mountaineers.
We come down with it,
They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
and that is a 49-35 lead for West Virginia. We're back to scoring points again.
In the fourth. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Last game proved that we do have the capacity to win a low-scoring game.
And this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field.
Just may not always be executed to the absolute best of our abilities.
On the run, it's Fire. Finding open areas. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And now on first down after converting with the run. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Smashes ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far.
Another interception.
And that is Collins with the pick. He's got room to go.
The 30.
He's going to be tracked down by Sorsby.
On that return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly.
We got a first and 10 from the 20.
Because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Not able to
7 yards there.
on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
It's literally just the interceptions that are killing him.
Second down.
We would be 25 of 28 right now if all of those were
The running back has it. And how about
25 of 28 and have another touchdown,
mountain of a man on the defensive front?
if not for the interceptions.
Nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Gotta give the defense credit.
We're not going to talk about what happened on that play.
Forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Perfectly executed, and it's too far to the left. You've got to be kidding me. What?
But still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Is my spatial awareness really that bad? Like, seriously, I know that my spatial awareness is
The last couple of
terrible.
drives
That
might
is,
be overdoing it a bit.
I agree.
when they did the GT test in school, that was the part that always killed me.
He's got to really get his guys settled
was the spatial part, but like,
Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO
surely we can agree that that looked in.
That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We gotta stop turning the football over.
And they reacted well to the completion.
I guess I'm just gonna have to start making it look like it's gonna shank wide right to get it in.
Possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a
That's down at the 26, so they're gonna take advantage of the good field position. It's a two-score game. They're definitely still in it. They've got all three of their timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, and they're 26 yards from the end zone.
And he just flat
3.5 to play.
wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, it's an unfortunate drop by the tight end there, and he's a guy they just have not been able to get him involved in this football game. We're here in the second half, and this guy still doesn't have a catch.
Pocket starts to collapse. Got a man. It's Pryor.
Nathan nearly got through on the
Quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with
sack.
interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that.
Miss Storsby, that was a touchdown. If he delivers it.
Has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Finds his man enough for the first. Good job running that route to get past the
So this drive is taking a lot longer than it needs to for them.
take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert
They got the ball to the 26 on like the first play, and then
Between the quarterback and his target, fourth down, you gotta
and they don't pick up the first there. So,
page, and they were there.
although I think the clock keeps running anyway.
has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. He wants to throw it again. Grabs behind the line. It's Smith.
Stupid ass throw.
There to make the stop.
They lose 5 yards. The clock keeps going.
Yardage on that play.
Time is a very valuable resource for y'all right now, and you're not using it very well.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to get to him.
Ugh, we missed. He does pick up first. That's going to take him to the 2-minute warning. They're trying to get a play in before it, and they do not.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to
49-35.
goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Looking to throw at Sorsby. This is
That is a touchdown. So
down, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Cincinnati is going to get it within a score here.
Getting in the end zone now, you gotta go get the stop. You gotta get the football back. You gotta find a way to do
49-42. There's a flag on the play. I guess we ran into the kicker.
back in this football game.
And the extra point was good to
Um,
finish the drive.
Okay, actually, that could be really impactful. Oh, Carrico, come on.
For the deal and the call.
Because if they recover the onside kick, they're across the 50.
He ought to be able to knock this one in.
Oh, they actually kicked it to us.
For 15 yards
Odd.
after roughing the kicker. Kick coverage team was ready in their lanes, and
Why he didn't take a knee?
just to take the knee in the end zone. West
Huh.
Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook.
I guess at the minute 57 and 3 timeouts, they figured they've got enough time for us to have an offensive drive.
But you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball
Oh,
security is at
okay, there's a lot going on there.
turn the football over at this point. The defense has
Yeah.
no timeouts left, David. So probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're gonna be aggressive, but I
All my receivers are on the right side.
ends this football game.
Timeout. We've gained 2 yards. And wasted no time off the clock, so that's not ideal.
Time for their offense. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third.
Drive Y corner. Braylon Davis, the tight end, could be open here.
Wants to pass.
He is not, and we are wrapped up. We had everybody, I think, open on that play.
He goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback.
Decent field position.
On the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
I've been calling them the Wildcats. They are definitely not. They're the Bearcats.
They'll come out on this.
And now I feel stupid. He's sacked.
Find anyone open and down he
Who is that? I
goes.
think that was Cutter.
Sack here late in the fourth. Back to throw, it's Sorsby.
Oh, that was
Makes the
dangerous. I swapped to a corner and didn't mean to.
the first down on that one, but he'll be just
They're out of timeouts here. They are not making good decisions with where they throw.
for this third down play. Clock running.
Minute 13 on the clock.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air.
Keep them in bounds.
Formation on the out. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Ball set, so clock is moving.
He's looking to throw it. Got the quick pass. And
2nd and 5, they get out of bounds.
after making a good gain on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground.
It's knocked away.
That was a physical matchup.
I think they had a chance to intercept it.
We'll see if they go back
Other item to note, their kicker has 93 kick power. Showed that in the screen,
from the gun on
which is a very nice quality of life thing.
caught near the sticks. It's Smith.
So,
Defense makes it
well, I don't know why they showed that. They need a touchdown.
and now they come up and spike it.
Okay, they like to spike it, so it's 2nd and 10.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive.
Yeah, field goal doesn't do them much good. It does them no good, because unless they recover an onside kick.
Right down the middle.
And if that's the case, why didn't you just go for it on 4th down? It's a fumble! We pick it up! Guards recovers the fumble.
Jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Why are we not taking a knee?
Clutch. I need to stop. They can go on
Punt,
the field
shield
and
punt,
this
punt
game
tight,
on the
QB kneel,
tough
QB kneel.
situation.
Thank you.
How do I respond? Forcing the turnover offense. Go
I
to
think
the
that was Carrico that forced the fumble.
finish this ball game.
Garnes landed on it,
Quarterback will
and that is going to be the game. Got a lot closer than it needed to be.
a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like
Scored 2 touchdowns every quarter but the third one. And they scored 28 in the third. Jaden Bray with another insane game. He's turning into
Dave, we talked to both of these coaches.
for Stedman Bailey.
Coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was
Wouldn't mind getting a Tavon Austin. That'd be pretty cool.
so much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here.
that's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.
So we go into Cincinnati
Presentation of EA Sports
and take the win. Let's go over the stats. 4 interceptions for Sorsby, and they had a fumble. Oh, he's from Denton. It's interesting. And you did go to North Texas? Coward. Pryor had 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. Donaldson, 17 carries for 83 yards. Green did fumble. Questionable game for him. 21 for 29, 352, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Donaldson and White both also had touchdowns. So that would have been okay, we take out the 1 interception that the safety jumped over, and if both of those go to Green, that's a 7 touchdown, 3 interception game. Killing it. 271 and 2 for Jaden Bray. 30 for Donaldson, 20 for Robinson. Hudson Clement had 18. 8 for Anderson, 3 for White. Preston Fox had 13. Wyatt Milam with 10 pancakes. Oh. Kekara Tarnev, 10 total tackles, 1 TFL, 1 interception. Sacks. Let's see who got sacks. Ben Cutter had a sack. Trey Lathan had a sack. And then half a sack for Ty French and TJ Jackson. Interceptions. 1 for Aiden Garnes, 1 for Raleigh Collins. Tarnew had 1. And Reed Carrico had 1. Oh, good. Carrico's a junior. We'll get him back next year. Won't get back Tarnew, which is unfortunate. Garnes is a junior, though, so he can maybe take over. Missed that field goal, which was stupid. Oh, Jaden Bray also had a... So he had like 360 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. So, shout-outs to him. Also, shout-outs to him for choosing West Virginia over Oklahoma, even though you're from Norman. We'd love to see that. Okay, 634 XP does not get us the next level. We move to 6-3 on the season and 5-1 in the Big 12. We'll see if we get a ranking after this week. Really, I'm more concerned about the prospects. Terrence Richard, the 4-star gem wide receiver, has committed to West Virginia. Nate Ilioa, the 4-star receiver from Roswell, Georgia, has committed to West Virginia. So we got some new weapons for next season. Jamal Cahill. Okay, well, we pulled up. Thank you. Jaden Anderson is still at a high risk of transfer. There's really not anything I can do about it. He's not going to play. Evan Ream, we were in the lead for so long. He has abandoned the struggle and has committed to Alabama, you bum. Tommy Vigil, another guy we were in the lead on for a long time, commits to LSU. Sam Vitale, another guy we were in the lead on, commits to Auburn. So he abandons the Big 12 for the SEC. Storm Ali's going to probably go to the SEC too. Lane Demas, he has reached his top 5. We are number 1 for him. No one else is offered. Hopefully that stays true. Diego Hernandez, he's getting a high push from Texas and Alabama. Need to work on that. Jamal Cahill has dropped us down to number 2. His NC State, who is his in-state school, has come after him. But we do get the 2 wide receivers, so that's nice. We're going to have to pivot now in Jaden Bray, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week, and I would imagine the National Player of the Week, too. He is, okay. It's the second time he's done that this year. We are finally ranked, ladies and gentlemen. It's about freaking time. And this is a huge. Actually, I don't know who we have visiting this week. Honestly, oh my God, Vanderbilt beat South Carolina. Okay, if there was any of y'all that left for South Carolina, come back. They just lost to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt winning any games in the SEC is wild. Okay, let's look at the top 25 now. See what the fallout is from this season. Michigan has leapfrogged up to number 1, previously at 3. Georgia State's pat at number 2 after a win against Ole Miss. Syracuse beat Boston College, and they are up to 3 now. Shout out to them for being incredible. Utah is now number 4 after previously being 11. USC State at home. They have 3 losses and are at number 5. Louisville's at 6 after not playing. Miami drops from 7 to 4 drops from 4 to 7 after beating Georgia Tech. Okay, I don't know where the correlation is. I don't understand how they're lower than USC and Louisville, but whatever. SMU's up to 8. Penn State finally lost. Fuck them. They lost to Washington, so they are now down to 9. Ole Miss lost to Georgia, puts them to 10. Alabama beat LSU, so they are at 11 now. Oregon lost to Maryland to move them to 12. Maryland beat Oregon to move them to 13. Baylor was off, and they moved to 14. Texas beat Florida, moved from 25 to 15. NC State beat Duke, moved from 19 to 16. Boston College lost to Syracuse, moved from 17 to 15. South Carolina, after their loss to Vanderbilt, really shouldn't be in the rankings anymore, but they moved to 18. Clemson is 5-4 and is 19 for some reason. I don't know. Ohio State lost to the Spoilermakers at Purdue, and they are now down to 20th. Texas Tech is back in the ranking after they beat Colorado 31-20. Kentucky stayed pat at 22. We finally entered the ranking for the first time this year after beating Cincinnati. Liberty entered the rankings, as did Tulane. So that's interesting. So we got to beat Baylor. If we beat Baylor, we have games against Baylor and Texas Tech. If we beat both of them, we will move up. We have to play. Who do we have left to play? Baylor, UCF, and Texas Tech. And then that'll earn us a date with Utah in the conference championship game. Oh, that's the college football playoff poll, too, so cool. Where is it? Are we still in the same bowl? I hope not. Liberty, being ranked 24, is now in the college football playoff. As is SMU now. Alabama's playing Louisville. Ole Miss is playing Miami. We're still in the Gasparilla Bowl against Florida State. Moving into the rankings didn't affect anything. Michigan, Georgia, Syracuse, and Utah have the byes at the moment. Okay. Is it unreasonable to think that the 12 teams in the playoffs should just be the top 12 ranked teams? Like, seriously. Why is... And for the most part, that's true. But why does... I think who's the only one that's not? Whoever 12 is not in, I don't think. Because of Liberty being in. So who's ranked 12th? Oregon. So Oregon is not in because Liberty gets in right now, being the 24th team in the country. Crazy. I mean, it's whatever because, you know, we're more likely to get in this way. Season stats. He's at 16 interceptions. Jesus Christ. Okay. Receiving 1,371 yards and 13 touchdowns. Defensively, TFLs. Trey Lathan has got 18, so he's actually first. Ben Cutter, the sophomore, making a name for himself. Trey Lathan's just a sophomore. That's amazing. Bradley's up there. Okay, Reed Carrico actually does not have as many TFLs as I thought he does, but he is third in tackles. So that's nice. Interceptions, Tarnu has got 6, Carrico's got 2, Wilson's got 2, Garnes has got 2, Randall with 2, and then 1 for Burks, Collins, and Jacoby Spills. So we are losing both of our starting safeties. I feel like that's something we need to address, which I am trying to do in the recruiting. Oh, we had 10 points down. Okay, so that hurts. Actually, all 3 of these guys hurt. All of the 5 stars we were looking at, gone. We do have now 2 4 stars, 2 3 stars, which is nice. Ben Mendez still has us as his top school. So, doing everything we can there. Enrique Casillas has got us as his top. Jamal Cahill does not. We may need to put some... Diego Hernandez is also there. Like, realistically, who's more important, Hernandez or Hernandez is, but I think we have less chance of getting him, even with the extra points. We now have 345 hours. Okay, well, we're about to do some work on some of these players just to bring them in. This guy's a free safety. Yeah, you're getting the work here, my guy. It's in the house, baby. It's in the house. Some of this is honestly just about so Hernandez is far and above the best safety available, but will he commit within the next couple of weeks? Maybe. But I don't know that there's much I can do about him. See, the conundrum that I'm in is I think I have enough points that I can get extra scouting hours for either defensive tackle or safety. But I kind of have to pick. I can't do both. We've got 6 points of influence with him right now. Is he visiting us week 13? Is that the UCF week? It is. Okay, let's for the next choice, let's look at the our defensive tackle room. Mulb is a senior, Vesteranen is a senior, so we hardly see defensive tackles as well. This does not help. We have Collins on the roster who has proven to be a go-getter. We don't really have a safety coming in, so this freshman, Josiah Jackson, may have to play there. Okay, never mind. I can't get it on either one of them. But recruiting actions give a bonus to him. I can't do that. So, what do I want? It doesn't do me any good right now. I'm not interested in scouting them. I just want the influence. Influence. If you get elite recruiter, you have to sign 2 top 5 recruiting classes, which we're not going to do. If we would have got all those 5 stars that we had on the list, we probably would have the top 5 recruiting class. Oh, fuck it. We picked DB. We also had a corner on the board too that can benefit from that. So Offering him a scholarship already on his. Okay, 5 stars left that haven't been. The number 1 recruit in the country has not been signed, and he's the only one. Everybody else, I think we're going to be out on him. 1 for every NFL team. Interesting. Okay, what about 4 stars? There's a 4-star receiver whose deal breaker is proximity to home. Not a receiver, a 4-star strong safety. Okay, this guy. Oh, he's a bust. Damn it. Okay, not that interested. Corner we're already working with. Bunch of deal breakers. Just a left guard and a wide receiver. I don't really need a wide receiver, but offensive linemen are always nice, so add them to the list. Another middle linebacker. Another tight end. Another tight end. Okay, here's another left tackle. He is obviously not as good because he's not a 5-star. Cincinnati is offered. Okay, well, we need to hurry up then. Get him a scholarship and a bunch of. We'll push the envelope. All 4 stars. Here's a 4-star defensive tackle. Okay, add him to the list. Another offensive tackle added to the list. 4-star right guard. I don't know if we'll have enough points to do all this, but okay, we'll cut it off there. Creating board. First order of business is you. Have action. Send the house. DM the player. Search the social media. We'll do all that. This guy, I'm not that worried about. Like, I kind of hate that I don't have any work done on him, just in case Mendez decides that he doesn't want to come. God, I hope we don't lose this guy. He's one of the guys I really want. Right now, the guys that I want more than any are Hernandez, Dykes, Demas, Mendez, and Cahill. I would like to get Casillas too. A 4-star middle linebacker would go a long way. But we did get the 2 wide receivers we wanted. Both of them 4 stars. Richard is actually a gem. Got Trent Hansen, who's a gem. Benji Bale, he's just a 3-star, but I still think he'll be a nice player for us. And we have Ryan Bolt. So 2 quarterbacks, an outside linebacker, and 2 wide receivers. Let's see if anybody's close, so they might come after this week. Mendez has got his visit scheduled for this week, so he might. Casillas has got his visit this week, so he could. Dykes has his visit this week, so he might. We don't have a visit scheduled with Hernandez. And we can't, because he's got one for week 13 and 15 already. Yates will probably commit pretty soon. We can probably wait around for a while, honestly. Lanier, I expect us, since we're showing so much interest now and we offered a scholarship, I imagine that he'll probably jump up for us. Bostic, possibly the same way. Gooden, hopefully the same. Gore has Arkansas that's offered him a scholarship. Seymour said Cincinnati offer a scholarship. McGowan has no scholarship offers, but he wants to commit to Tennessee, so I imagine if they offer him a scholarship, he's probably gone. And I think we're probably good on these guys for now. These guys are just kind of on the list. If they go, they go. I'm not super worried about it. Ahmad is really a backup plan I don't need, and I don't want to sign an abundance of running backs. Damn, that sucks. LSU at the top class right now. Penn State, Georgia, Miami, Notre Dame. That's the top 5. See how the rest of the Big 12 is faring. We are in third to last. 5 recruits signed, 3 of them 4 stars. Ain't nobody got more 4 stars than us, but Baylor's managed to sign 2 5 stars. Wild. Wild. Utah's also signed 1. Oklahoma State's got 1. Signed a 5-star quarterback. Shout out to them, I guess. And they signed a 5-star. We don't have any more. No, we have Mendez. That's right. So we have 1 5-star that's looking at us, but we have the possibility of landing a bunch more 4 stars. Dykes could be on the way in. Hernandez, I hope, is, but I don't know. Lanier, maybe. Bostic, maybe. Gooden, maybe. Gore, Seymour, McGowan. Those would all be really nice. Mast, Bemis, Casillas, Cahill. All right, so 5 commits this recruiting year so far. Hopefully more to come within the coming days. But we have possibly our biggest match of the season against number 14 Baylor. I need the win so that we can hopefully lock up those guys that have visits that week. That's what I want. It should move us up in the standings. We may swap with Baylor. I don't know. Let's look at the Big 12 standings before we dip. We are number 2 behind Utah. We actually have the same conference record. They've played 1 more game that they won. It doesn't matter. We just have to be in the top 2 and we'll get to play in the championship game. But either way, that is going to do it for this episode of West Virginia Mountaineers franchise. I hope to see you guys in the next one. This is Friar Chuck saying bye-bye.